There is nothing admirable or glamorous about working too much, overworking yourself to the point that you lose something that you cannot gain back or have difficulty regaining. There's nothing admirable or glamorous about overworking yourself to the point that you lose something you can't easily regain, such as time or your health or your relationships. And that's something that I've been reflecting on a lot this week because I felt like I became too focused on work this week. And I prioritized it, as everyone needs to. But I prioritized it to the point that the time that I did have off, I would just spend thinking about what I needed to get done. And I was letting frustrations and a feeling of powerlessness to overwhelm me. That I can't control what happens to me in the future. I can't control what happens to my job or anything. And I need to embrace that and know that I have today. I can keep working hard and enjoy what I have and plan for the future, but this present moment is what I have, and I really need to cherish it and enjoy it and embrace it, and I didn't do that this week, and I recognize that, and I decided to greatly simplify what I was going to do for this week's video and do it next week instead. There was a time in my life where I would let work become such an obsession, really, that I would let it compromise my health. And I wouldn't really have any sort of clear division between work life and home life and real life and working life. And it was all a bit of a mess. And so I'm so grateful that I got the opportunity to be over here and to rebuild and rethink how I look at my life, reflecting on in my last video to not live in the future and to not be so worried that everything you've done and built will somehow disappear, that you forget to really enjoy the present. And that's something that's been on my mind because, as you know, a lot of my videos are inspired by being in the present and enjoying all those ordinary, beautiful moments. And I know that the reason I make videos like that are because they speak to me, and they speak to me because I struggle to do that. I think like all of us do. While I am so grateful for what I have, I still struggle to remember that every moment of the day and to not let worries and fears get the better of me.
A lot of my motivation for working comes from wanting to provide the best life I can to my future children. And that is a lovely sentiment. But I need to remember that the best life you can give your children is love and safety. It's as simple as that. Everything else is just a complement. That should be my only goal. To feel safe and to spread love and to help others feel safe and loved. Most of us, including myself, don't have the choice not to work full-time, but I think we can choose to make the time we have free, whether or not it's a substantial amount of time, kind of a meaningful and quality experience. Hopefully to reconnect with our loved ones and to recenter. In my case, I always need to take some time to refocus and rediscover my spirituality, because in my personal case, if I don't have that, all my perspectives get warped into just something that does not help me be my best self. Anyway, I am very excited about next week's video, and I appreciate you understanding that this week it's a little bit different. I hope we all take time in the next few days to rest if we are able, to reconnect with ourselves and others, and really consider our lives not just from the perspective of today in this moment, but from our entire lifespan, and seriously consider how do we want to spend those precious hours. If you cannot relate to this sort of struggle, that is okay, and that is absolutely a good thing. But I wanted to share, since it is part of my personal journey, and we all have something we struggle with, and usually multiple things. And this is mine, and this has always been mine since I was quite young. And I think it's really important to recognize it and embrace that it's part of who you are, and that with most things we struggle with, there are positives and there are blessings wrapped up in it. We just need to let the negative aspects not take over and not overshadow what we really want to do and our personal growth and our love for ourselves. I hope you all have a lovely week.
Whenever I feel demotivated, I find great comfort in reading inspiring stories of changemakers. A group called Clean Sea reached out to me in hopes I could share theirs with you. These bracelets they sent reflect 1 kilo of plastic debris that has been removed from the ocean due to their efforts to help preserve this beautiful world. People like them remind me of our duty to always look outside of ourselves, asking not what we can gain, instead what we can do to help. Sending my love. Have a wonderful day or night.